Yeah, so we end up getting the AEW World Title match, Swerve versus Christian, and I gotta say, when they played the video package, I felt the weight of the video package more in the totality of the story than I did when it was happening. It didn't feel, you know. Obviously, I knew the whole storyline. I knew the whole storyline of, hey, I want the title, and also like, hey, you did this to Nick or whatever else. That was fucked up, and like these are the sins of your past coming for you as you're now a good guy and you're walking the line. I'm still a badass, but like I did do a lot of crazy shit on the way to get to this title, and in my mind, I thought it's justified means, but now that I'm at the top, I am a good person, so I am going to come and confront the things I've done, right? And and then this also played into when he cut that promo saying he said thank you to my family for all the sacrifices they made for not having a father as much as they should on my way to this, and this ain't just for me, this is for all of us. And then they, and that was set up the segue to get back to that picture from when, they smashed that picture over Nick Wayne in his gym to get to them smashing a picture of his family on the way. And like, it just hit me as far as the storyline.
It was like they tied it up.
It was all that stuff was there. It didn't hit me as coherently as that did. And I just slept on it. I slept on it. And that starts and like, it's Christian in his Swerve. Of course, it's a great fucking match.
Yeah, man. It's
Christian in his Swerve. It's the two best guys that like when AEW started. Well, aside from Danielson, that you gotta make that's a huge disclaimer. Like, hey, the AEW started. The people from WWE came over, and like these are the with Danielson the three best people
gold standard
took it to it like a fish to water. They're AEW guys through and through. You can say, obviously the tenure and whatever else, and did they start in the first 5 years? Hey man, these people bleed gold and black just as much as any of these other motherfuckers that was day ones. They put in the work over the years since they first hit the ground running in this company.
Yeah, I like
all three of them.
Like the match, like before, like the bell rang. I was like, man, it's been 5 years. I would have never thought 5 years later, Swerve Strickland versus Christian is going to be like the world title match, and it's just like
and it's actually appropriate.
Like, and it's just interesting to see like where it came from in the road that both of those guys took to kind of be in this spot.
Yeah,
and
you throw in the part where like they were a tag team in fucking Wembley.
Yeah. Yeah, so like I thought the entire story was tied up like really well, like in the video package, and then the match, like it built like it was coming after the hot angle of the Mercedes stuff, so they kind of worked this like it was a big Tokyo Dome match kind of like
we got our own cool down.
Yeah,
So
like they started off slow, a lot of just feeling each other out and stuff like that, and then it just got better and better and better and better, and then like as they start introducing the cast of characters like with Nana and then the entire family, the crowd just starts getting to another level on each side of it, and from that like I could tell they had them in the palm of their hand. Like we saw like people like standing up, and then it all kind of culminates with that huge reversal of the
JML driver into a pin.
No, the spear into Swerve jumping in midair, with the kick, and was just like it was like he just came across like this black whirlwind, essentially, like how fast and crisp it was. I thought this was like the perfect way to start, your title reign. Like this was
on pay-per-view.
This was like like between what he's done with he faced Kyle Fletcher, faced Claudio, Christian, like. He's off and running. Like, and I don't know if people are talking about it necessarily like that in those terms. I think they're trying to focus on too much of why
is he not main eventing?
Why is he not talking enough and all this stuff? I'm like, he is talking. He's doing why is he getting heat on him so much or whatever? And this was a short turnaround from Dynasty to here. Yeah. You're bringing Christian Cage in, who is a 50-year-old guy, awesome. He's great and he's done great work, but admittedly, going into it, he is a quote-unquote weaker challenger, right? So you have to do things. You have to get him the heat on a particular week. You gotta give him the beat downs.
If this is WWE, he absolutely would have got a visual pin over Swerve.
Yeah, like
in the lead up, he absolutely would have. Because it was weak challenger, as you mentioned. Like a weak K-Vape challenger, as you mentioned. Like, the last time he saw Christian before he became number one contender was literally
quitting.
Like, him quitting to give away a title because he was going to be maimed with a spiked baseball bat.
So, lays down clean, here, and it's like, this is
showing an example for others.
Yeah, like this is like
showing the example for others.
If this is the baseline for what Swerve's gonna look like on pay per view going forward, sign me the fuck up. Like, and
Christian being the shining light in the sky in the dark for you to find your way home.
Yeah, like and Wednesday they got the Casino Gauntlet. I have no idea who's gonna win that thing. I hope it's not Sonata.
We'll see. We will see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So we'll see. But I thought this was excellent, and I thought this was like I'm glad you brought up the point about main eventing. So at Double or Nothing historically, the world title has only closed this show once ever.
Right. Because of
and the one time it did, it was the worst decision in the history of the promotion.
But the reason why it goes on last is because of
Anarchy in the Arena.
Anarchy in the Arena